everybody, it's Missy Reber. Today I wanted to make a video about my story as a Beachbody coach. I've tried multiple times to write it out in a blog post and it just never came out how I wanted. So here I am making a video for all of you. So I joined Beachbody as a coach about 18 months ago in April of 2013. So my story goes back to when I became pregnant with my first baby, and I had always been pretty fit and healthy, and I got pregnant with my first baby and I gained 50 pounds. And now in the past I had struggled with anxiety and some depression, and at certain times of my life, both as a college student and a young married wife, I had a tendency to when I got really anxious and stressed, I would obsess over my food, and sometimes I would make myself throw up to make sure I could control my weight and if I couldn't handle the stress in my life. It's not something that I'm proud of or that it's easy to talk about, but it's part of my struggle, and I ended up with this destructive relationship with food and being obsessive about my weight. So when I became pregnant and I gained 50 pounds with my first baby, I freaked out. After her, I had no idea how I was going to get the weight off, and so I started running. And I ran and I ran and I ran until I got those 50 pounds off, and I was actually able to run my first marathon. And it was that point that I realized that exercise was going to be my sanity as a mom. So at that point, I found Turbo Jam by Chalene Johnson, fell in love with Turbo Jam, and did turbo and running all through my second and third pregnancies. Had really healthy second and third pregnancies, gained less weight, was super healthy and happy. Now fast forward the years to my fourth pregnancy. My husband had just started an extremely stressful graduate program. I was working nights as a nurse, pregnant with my fourth baby. After I had her, my anxiety and depression got really bad, and I had 40 pounds of baby weight to lose and 4 little kids, 7 and under, and I was just drowning in my life, and I had no idea how I was going to figure out how I was going to lose the weight, feel better about myself, and feel happy with my life and be able to take care of my kids and feel confident again. And I was really struggling. And at that point, one night I was up late nursing and I saw the infomercial for Insanity, and I was like, I'm gonna buy that. And so I did, and I did the Insanity program twice. It took me longer than the 60 days each time because there were days with my 4 little kids that I missed a workout, but I finished that dang program. There were a lot of days that I cried through the workouts, and it was hard, but I did it, and I found myself again through exercise, and I felt like myself again, and I was proud of myself for working so hard, and I became so passionate about helping other moms find themselves again and take time for themselves as moms. And I really didn't want any other mom out there to feel in that place of being lost in motherhood and struggling and not being able to find a way out to be healthy and productive for themselves and for their kids. So I created a couple of groups on Facebook, and I started to help other moms and be encouraging and post recipes and workout tips, and I was helping a lot of people. And at that point, my coach, Brigitte Linford, found me and messaged me and asked me if I'd ever thought about being a Beachbody coach. And I didn't even know what Beachbody coaching was. I didn't know you could work for Beachbody. And I was a Beachbody fanatic. I loved Insanity. I loved Turbo Jam. Turbo Fire had just come out. I was so excited about that. And I just never even thought about it. But I was afraid. I had never done anything like that in my life. I wasn't a trainer. I wasn't a nutritionist. I was a nurse. And I'd been through it myself. And I was already helping people, but I was afraid. I was really afraid of what people would think of me. And I wasn't confident enough to feel vulnerable and put myself out there and help other people. But it came to the point where I was so passionate about Beachbody products, about workouts, and about what Shakeology did for my body that I finally decided to say yes. So I started to coach groups, and I was really scared as a new coach. And it took me 8 months to go diamond, which is a big rank in Beachbody, and I was really tentative, and I just fell in love with the process of coaching other moms. And I had lots of days where my life was so crazy trying to coach and work nights at the hospital. I was able to finally quit my job at the hospital and just be home with my kids and do coaching, which was a huge blessing. And then I was helping people, but I could only help so many people. I'm just one person. I couldn't save the whole world by myself. And it was at that point that I realized what building a team meant. It meant that if I found other moms who were willing to coach other moms, that we could together create a team that could go out and bless lives. And that is when a fire lit in my soul. And I started to ask people to join my team and to help them coach. And Team Rocket was born, and we have just created this amazing team who loves each other and who helps each other and who is close-knit. And our passion every day is to just go out and find people to help. Not only has Beachbody coaching changed my body and put me in the best shape of my entire life after 4 babies, but it has given me purpose, and it's something that I love to do every day. And it has been a huge financial blessing to my life. It's not something that I talk about all the time, but in the beginning, I didn't do it for the money. I did it to help people, and I really feel like if you do it the right way and you're in it to help people and you love people regardless of whether or not they want you to coach them or not, that the money will follow. And just last couple weeks ago, I was adding up my paycheck, and I literally almost fell off my chair and realized that I had matched for that week my husband's paycheck. And my husband's a pharmacist. He just graduated with his doctorate, and he's making a great living. And all of a sudden I realized that Beachbody had grown to a place in our life that I was matching what he was making, and it blew my mind. And I realize now that the small, consistent efforts that I have put in to bless other people's lives and to just coach people who want me to coach them and help them, that it has been a huge financial blessing in our life. And if I can do it with 4 little kids at home with very minimal time, anyone else can do it. There's nothing special or amazing, or I've had 0 training in business. I just went out and loved people and helped them, and it has become this amazing, wonderful thing in my life. So I have built an amazing team that helps each other and loves each other, and that's what we do every day. So it's not for everyone, but anyone can do it. And when they do it the right way, it can financially bless your life and change your health and your body and how you feel about yourself. And it's been pretty amazing for me, and I'm grateful for it every single day. And when it gets hard and there are days that, I have a lot to do with my kids and now my business, I have to sit back and remember that it is a blessing that I get to create my own schedule, create my own life and my own destiny, and that I am in control, and that I can wake up every day and do something that I'm passionate about and that I feel like changes the world. So that is my personal Beachbody coaching story. If you have any questions, or if you're interested at all and you want to find out if this type of thing is something that you could do, please comment below this video or send me a message on Facebook, or you can email me at missyreber@gmail.com.